Hey, Corinne. Hi, guys. This is Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in a little town called Dillsburg. And I say that knowing full well that this little town is growing every day. Oh, my goodness. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? Somehow my desk got shifted here, or my table got shifted. Let me rearrange a little bit while you're hopping on. Thank you, Corinne. I appreciate that. I think we haven't gotten used to this 12 o'clock because I kept thinking I was live at 10 today. And then I suddenly went, no, not until noon, which was good because I had a lot of things I needed to get done this morning. Hello, Marlene. Good to see you. Make sure you're saying hello when you're hopping on, guys. Always leave a comment, even if it's after the live. Give me a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. I do give away the projects that I make each week. So be sure to do all of those things. All right. So the big news today is, I've got something going on here. Hold on one second. I don't know what it is. Huh. Hey, Tina. Tina, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, you won the cards a couple weeks ago, but I don't, if I have it, I don't know where it is. So can you like IM me or private message me or somehow get to me your address so I can pop those in the mail to you? Hi, Betty. Has the elephant in the room? Not today so far that I'm aware of, but you know, we haven't started into the boxes yet. So who knows? Oh, shoot. Yes. So anyway, the big news today is the clearance rack refresh as of this morning, right? I'm telling you what, guys, stuff is selling out. Don't wait. When I first looked at it this morning at about 7:20, there were 6 pages of product out there. And just now I looked at it and there's 4 pages of product out there. So make sure that if there's stuff that you want, you're not sitting on it because it could sell out really quickly. You're bracing for snow for the next 3 days. Debbie, you need to come down here with me. We're going to be 74 on Thursday, which is crazy in and of its own right. Exact, you know, I mean, it is February 23rd on Thursday. So 74 degrees. I don't know. Who said I needed to move to Florida when I retired? Not me. All right. But yes, so clearance rack. And for the first time ever, they put stamps on the clearance rack. They did the inventory. They realized they had quite a bit of inventory left on many stamps in North America specifically. I do not believe they added stamps in Europe or South Pacific markets, but in the US they had, or in North America, they had several. So they did add stamps this time. Okay, I got a guest room already for you. So that's exciting because there's some stamps out there that maybe you thought about and you missed, and now you wish you had them. Now's a great time to grab them because not only, you know, can you get them because they are retired, but they're discounted. So go for that. Remember, with a minimum $35 product order on my website using this month's host code, you earn the Just Cards, the Just Card kits, which are these 5 cards. You can come to the in-person class on March 8th at 3 p.m. if you are local to me, or you can do a porch pickup if you're local. If you live long distance, we do ask for $4 postage to help mail these to you. But all the supplies, the embellishments, the envelopes, all of that is absolutely free, just the postage to get it to you. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It is just crazy. So yes, so that's what's happening. That's the big news today. The other one is the Paper Pumpkin. This is our 10-year anniversary with Paper Pumpkin. I can't believe it's been 10 years. I remember being at that convention when it was announced that we were launching this subscription kit. And boy, has it come a long way since those days, let me tell you. And I'm sad because today would normally be Paper Pumpkin Day, but my Paper Pumpkin hasn't arrived yet for January or for February. Goodness, and now I'm rolling the clock backwards. But March is Paper Pumpkin 10-year anniversary. Look at that pretty box. I think we're going to have some designer series paper in there in those colors as well, plus a free gift because it is the anniversary. So you're going to get an extra stamp set, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, then you want to do that before March 10th in order to grab that kit. And as I always say when I talk about Paper Pumpkin at this time of the year, remember it's a great time to do a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription to Paper Pumpkin because you will earn free celebration items. So if there's still celebration products that you haven't gotten yet that you'd really like to have, that's a great way to get it. And especially if you're a subscriber anyway. Like if you're on a month-to-month subscription and you can swing getting a prepaid subscription during this time period, it won't hit your credit card on a monthly basis. There'll be one lump charge and you can earn those free celebration items. So think about doing that. And then, of course, March 1st is coming next week, and that is the launch of the online exclusives. So I'm looking forward to that because right now, this is all we've been able to see is the bundle and the designer paper and the frosted gems that are part of a collection. And then the individual naturally gilded specialty designer series paper and the basic embossing folders, which I love. I'm playing with them all the time. And then the classic letter stamp set, but there's going to be a lot more out there. So make sure on March 1st, you are hopping out to my website and checking out all the new online exclusive products. And as always, don't wait to order, right? Because I can't promise you how long products will last. Okay. We are going to play with celebration products today because I'm running out of time to share all the great ideas, right? And the first one is one that we did in my club this month. Oh, wait, I didn't announce the winner of the cards that we did last week. Let's find those. So we did that fun faux tile technique and we did the sending happy thoughts fun fold card. Hi, Carol. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. If you're a subscriber and you rang the bell, which is like the notification bell, why it doesn't notify you? That doesn't make sense. So this was our fun fold that we did. And actually, I'm using that same stamp set today. I did not realize I had done that. And then this one is the fun or the faux tile technique where we scored our paper going both directions. And then we covered the entire thing after we stamped it in glossy embossing powder and heat set that, or clear, I should call it clear embossing powder, and heat set that to get that fun effect. And the winner of these is Marlene Walters. So I think I saw you hop on, Marlene. Congratulations. I don't know what happens. Okay, here's where the elf does come in because I continually put Post-it notes here. You didn't get notified either. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can figure that out for y'all. So Marlene, I'm going to put your name on these, and I don't know if I'm coming your direction anytime soon, but if you're coming my direction, let me know, and I can put them on the porch for you for a porch pickup. Okie dokie. Now we're going to start on to our projects. Hey, Connie. So again, we're going to use the same flower. This was one of my club projects this month, but I absolutely love the polished pink and the granny apple green together, right? Such a pretty card. This, of course, is the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper pack. That is the 48 sheet pack of paper that you can get with a $100 product purchase. 48 sheets for each of a double-sided design. So that's a lot of paper, guys, but I love it. And it's perfect. Most of it's pastels, which are going to be perfect for Easter cards. So if you haven't picked this one up yet, that might be something you can do. If you get that 6-month or 12-month subscription to Paper Pumpkin, you could select this as one of your freebies, right? It really is a beautiful pack of paper, and I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to continue to play with it here in a few weeks, or a few days, actually. I'm having a hard time believing that it's February 21st. For so many reasons. All right, so we are starting with the thick basic white. I always use the thick basic white when I'm using basic white as a card base. And it's just the regular 5.5 by 8.5. And I've got a layer of the polished pink. And I've got 2 small strips of Granny Apple Green. And I go to school off of my customers, right? So my club members. So I did it like this, mounted it to the designer series paper when I designed the card. And in club, and I wish I could remember who it was because I would say their name. So if it was you and you're here, comment. Somebody put it on the pink so they didn't have to fussy with the sizing. I thought that was brilliant. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to mount it to the pink. Oh, thank you, Tina. Well, I got some here with your name on, my friend. So as soon as I get your address, I will pop those in the mail to you. So we're mounting these little strips. They're about 1/2 inch probably. And then we can just mount our designer paper right there. I am going to go ahead, however, and put my other strip of Granny Apple Green on there. Doesn't really matter which side. I don't know why I did that. So that I can about there, I think should be good. So I can wrap my baker's twine around. I don't know about you. I love that we have all the colors of the neutral baker's twine, but invariably, invariably it is the basic white one that I run out of before I run out of the other 2. This is also, I said, this is in that Dandy Design paper. So this is one of the brights that actually is in that paper pack. So much of it is subtles, but there are just a couple. Like Calypso Coral is in our subtle family, but I have to tell you, I think of that as more of a bright. It's very bold for the subtles, don't you think? Yep, sorry. And we're going to do a second one. And that cracks me up too, because my camera doesn't move. And yet it always seems like some weeks I'm too low, some weeks maybe I'm too high. I can't get that ribbon or that thread to go where I want it. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. I spread it wider this time. You can do wide or narrow together, whichever you prefer. And I am going to add adhesive over the tails so that they stay in place. And now I can mount this to my card front. Yeah, I really like these colors together too. Okay, so that's a little bit easier than the way I tried doing it when I first designed the card. Like I said, I like to go to school off my customers. I don't know it all. I learn a lot from you guys. We're going to go ahead and mount this to our card front. Straight would have been good. All right. And then I use the stylish shapes, which are the stitched dies, right? With the squares and the circles. And I created my circle out of basic white, just a regular basic white this time. Somebody was cleaning up for me the other day, and I think he threw away some stuff. And we're using the Beautifully Happy stamp set. This is another $100 product from Saleabration, free with a $100 purchase. We're going to stamp the full flower outline image in Memento. Ooh, sorry, I really shook the table on that one, didn't I? It's so weird, there's a delay. I need more hours in my day because I really am looking at, or wanting to look at, I should say, not looking at, but wanting to look at a different program. And I wonder if that will carry the same type of delay. So we're going to do the two-step stamping here. And I just re-inked this ink pad, so hopefully it's not going to be too dark. And of course it is photopolymer, so remember I do have a foam pad under me, under my background paper to protect everything. So there is our flower. We're going to come in with some Granny Green. This is another one of those stamp sets that you don't want to cut the images apart because they do line up perfectly, especially if you can see well. Ooh, look at that. That came out very nice. And then we have the leaves in the same green. I like two-step stamps that are easy, and these are easy, guys. They are an easy lineup. Okay. And I even did that fairly far away from me, so I will take it. Okay. I'm using a die for the greeting, and I think I can pull this scrap paper away now. Using a die for the greeting from the Something Fancy stamp set and die. I love that we call them the same thing now. Makes it so easy to find the dies when you're looking for them. You know the name of the stamp set, but in the pre-days, you couldn't count on that to help you find the dies. So we're going to use that little label die. But look at all these fabulous, the scallop tags, the labels, and then that really cool shape of a label as well. Love these. And of course, I love the greeting set. It's my go-to greeting set probably right now. And I'm off again, aren't I? I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to remember to stay up. So I did die cut that in advance. And I'm using a greeting from Warm Welcome. I'm going to use that It's Your Day from there. But that's a really cute stamp set. I love the kitty. This would be me in the morning with my coffee. Very cute greetings in there as well. We're going to grab that Granny Apple Green again. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to keep the greeting a little farther to the right so that I have space for my bow. Okay. Now, there was not a layering die, right? That one just fits our die. So what I did is I simply mounted it to a layer of the petal pink. and I gave myself, or petal pink, polished pink. Want to keep it even, top and bottom. And really it's just the sides that you're going to have to snip that. So center it vertically. That's a little too close, but you get the idea, right? There we go. Let's start putting this together. This is going to mount down across the bottom edge, just overlapping the granny apple green layer. I forgot to turn my phone off, sorry. You can just ignore that, right? Oh my goodness, the beautifully happy set. I don't know how you missed that. It's a fabulous set. It's in the Saleabration book and it's gorgeous. I love it. We're going to put a pastel pearl in the light pink. Okay, and then I'm going to put 3 more up here in the top corner. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to take my dark polished pink blend, and we're going to color one because we want the center to pop. I always color my embellishments with the bullet tip. That way I'm not breaking down the brush tip. And I always color them on the carry sheet. Because then you don't accidentally get ink on your card. And I have a bow made up with open weave polished pink ribbon. Remember too, right? Polished pink, fresh freesia, soft succulent, evening evergreen, and pale papaya are leaving. They are in colors that will be retiring from the in color families. And we'll have 5 new in colors coming. Of course, one being boho blue. Remember, you can still get this till the end of the month. It's the only way to get it at this point is to get the starter kit. Grab that starter kit. $175 in product plus the mini machine in the boho blue or basic white if you're not a blue fan, and for $129. So that's like 76, I think, maybe more in additional free product. Wait, we're going to put that. We're going to do this. This is what I usually do is take my bow to the blue dots. And then we're going to put this right here. I have to bring it up higher than I normally did, than I did in the past. I angle my flower right, but there we go. And then on the inside, guess what? I went to my go-tos, my go-to greetings for happy birthday. So we're going to add that in polished pink on the inside. It is a great set. I love it. And that shading, when you saw the shading on the 2-step for the inside of the flower, right? The stamp does that for you. There's nothing we had to do special to make it shade like that. The stamp automatically did it. Okay. All right. So that was project number 1. I hope you liked that one. And then I have a fun fold for you. Which you're going, okay, Laura, you promised us a fun fold over on your post on Facebook, right? I did, and I have one. So I did an aperture card. When did we do those cards? Simple stamping. Simple stamping. Sunday night, we did an aperture card, and then I got into aperture cards. So I have another one for you. about this one. So that is the Favorite Flower Designer Series paper. This pack is free with a $50 purchase. And it opens up like this. Pretty cute, huh? Okay. And pretty easy. This is what I would call an easy fun fold. And I know you're going, oh no, but really, trust me, I would not lead you astray. Blackberry Bliss is our card base. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. So we're just going to crease really well. Standard card base. Now, you can see I have the Designer Series paper, I have a layer of Mossy Meadow, and then I have the Blackberry Bliss card front. And I don't know about you, but I was a little leery about trying to cut through 3 layers of cardstock at the same time, right? So here's what I did. I grabbed my scalloped contour dies. And I've told you this before, right? When you're die cutting, especially if it's designer paper, in this particular case, it's just a piece of Mossy Meadow. But you're not going to see any of that Mossy Meadow with the exception of that 1/8 inch. So why waste all that cardstock, right? So we're going to die cut from the center of this frame, or this layer. And then that's going to go on my card, which that opening is going to be hidden under my designer paper. But guess what? When I cut my circle, come here, it's fighting me. When I cut my circle from that, I'm still only going through 2 layers of cardstock. Well, actually, a layer of Designer Series paper and a layer of cardstock, the Blackberry Bliss. Plus, I have this piece to use wherever I would like. So you really are getting pieces, could be getting pieces for 2 cards out of one effort. And now I can bring in my stylish shapes. See, I love these cards, or love these dies. I can't stop playing with them. We're going to use, I think it's this one. Yep, and this one. 3 and, if you're counting from the outside in, it's 3 and 4. This one is going to be my white. Oh, look, magically. Hello, I have it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this together so that we can die cut the front. Let's grab the silicone pad again. Because otherwise you'd have to cut just the Mossy Meadow and the Designer Series paper layer, mount those together, cut your circle, and then align it onto your card base, put the circle back in through the opening, draw a circle. This is much easier, in my opinion, to just grab your layer and get rid of that where you're going to need to bring your circle in. I think we're going this way. So down in here is where my circle is going to be. And again, I'm only going through this layer and this layer. Okay. All right. So let's do that. This is the circle. I'm just going to double check myself because it's been that kind of a morning. This is our circle for this opening. Yes. So I'm going to layer it probably right about there. Going to lose that little flower. And I'm going to try to eyeball the center. If you want to measure it, you can measure it, right? We're going to eyeball the center. We're going to grab some Post-it note tape to help hold it in place. That looks pretty good to me. It might come up just a hair. Just a hair. And I'm being overkill because I probably only needed one piece. And I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine just like this, right through in that way. So you could cut anything out of that layer. It doesn't have to be the scallop contour dies. But you want something that's definitely going to remove enough in that location so that you don't have any problems cutting through there. Just like that. And then you have another image that you can use somewhere as well. Okay, so we're going to lay that aside for a minute. We've got our circle that we're going to stamp on. We're going to score our inside layer. This is 5 1/4 by 8. Yep, 5 1/4 by 8. Cut it in half and then cut a 1/2 inch off the end. We scored it at 4. I don't know why I always say we. I do not have a mouse in my pocket. 4, and then I did 2. Okay. So really easy measurements. It's an 8-inch piece. You cut it in half, and then you cut that section in half as well. We're going to grab the bone folder again and fold this piece back on itself. And we've done this for a card base, right? I've shown you this fold to do the card base. We're just flipping it, flipping the orientation of it. This is just going to be mounted right in here. Make sure that it's opening out to the right when you mount it. And then what I did on this one is I used the reverse side of this paper and I cut a scallop circle out, right? Now just make sure that whatever circle you're cutting is bigger than this opening. Doesn't have to be bigger by much, just a little bit, so that it stays in position, covers up the hole, covers up this fold, right? You don't want that to show through. But after I designed this one, I went, well, hey, wait a minute. Why not use what we got? Let's put that on the inside, pop our greeting in there, which I still have to stamp, right? Here we go. Here's my stamp. So the stamp that I'm using for the outside of the card for a special person on a special day comes from the framed florets. Okay. This one was one of the previews that we got before the catalog launched. And I'm using the Blackberry Bliss ink. So now what I'm going to do, this is actually going to make it even a little bit easier, is I'm just going to center my frame on here, apply adhesive to the back left side, right? Again, don't apply all over. You'll seal the inside closed, and that's not what we're going for. Okay. And then this, I can pop up with a dimensional. And of course, all I can find, there we go. It's like all I can find are the minis. Hi, Monica. Yes, punches are quick and easy too. Sometimes you can get a couple punch outs out of it, right? I'm putting 4 on here just because I didn't like the location of the first 2. Oh, shoot. And then you're just going to center that down through, or as centered as your eyeballs will allow you to be. How's that? I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Cute, cute, cute. We are going to add a little bit of bling. The 2021, 2023 in color opal rounds are what I'm going to use. And I thought I had a small one on here, but I don't. So let's go ahead and grab the 3 big ones. And that'll finish off my fresh freesia on here. So we're going to put 1 there. And wherever you have some black, right? And remember, we're going for that triangular orientation, which is pleasing to the eye. So maybe right there. Okay. Then we have this. And so for the inside, I'm going to cut out of my basic white because I could put this in here, right? First of all, it's not cut to size, so I'll have to trim it down regardless. And that's not bad, but I kind of think I want to cut another scalloped frame. So let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll just line it up behind the other scallop. Okay, does anybody else, when they're cutting a scallop out of a piece of cardstock, try to center it so maybe you can use the outside frame again for something else? Or is that just me? And I do it all the time, and invariably I don't know where to put that frame because you can't just put it back in the basic white layer or paper because it'll get damaged. And so I'll leave it lay on my table for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm never going to get to it. I'll just throw it away. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I hope they help you. Okay, so then we're going to line this up. This is going to be a little trickier because we only have half of it. So what we're going to do to make our lives easier, first we're going to stamp it because, if we don't stamp it first, guaranteed, not make it work well. So this happy birthday, hopefully that's straight. That happy birthday comes from Pansy Patch. I know the end of the annual catalog is nearing, and I want to give some more love to some of the stamps from that. And this was one of mine that I really enjoyed. I love making the pansies. It's a little fussy, but it wasn't too bad. And then they just have some really great greetings in this set. Plus the dies are in stock. So many of our sets right now, the dies are not in stock. Okay, so we're going to add our adhesive, and then we're going to line this up on our original Mossy Meadow piece. Okay, get it straight. And I'm hoping I'm straight because this is a challenge right now. I hope I never have to say that again after March 28th. Well, not for the same reason I say it now. And then we're going to close the card. Oh, good. I'm not alone in doing that. I love that. And we did it. We are straight. And it is straight on the inside. And you cannot see it until you pull the card open. And we could add some decoration here. This is going to be too big to add. Yeah. So we could have added something there. We could add some ribbon there, lay it flat, just going across, or you could stamp something down there as well, maybe, and emboss it in white to coordinate with the card. Decorate it however you like. But there is a fun fold aperture card, kind of popped up a little bit from where I started with the design, right? Both are cute. Anybody would love to get this card, and they will sit there and do this 100 times, I'm sure. And then here was our first one that we made. So, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. It really does help me when you do that. It just makes YouTube know you like what I'm doing, you want to see more of it. And also, if you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate your support in subscribing. Be sure, if you're watching the replay, leave comments, like, or give the thumbs up and subscribe. I do give the cards away every week. So next week, right as we go live, I'll be drawing for someone who will win these fabulous cards. Have a great week. Remember, go check out that clearance rack. My ordering site is in the comments below the video. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're currently working with in the United States, I would be honored to help you with Stampin' Up! Products and answer any questions that you might have. Have a great day and a good week. And if you're on Facebook, join us at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning for coffee and cards over on Lori's Daily Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks, guys. Bye.